What's up, everybody? I'm Neeko the Geeko, and this is going to be our first unboxing slash product review video. So we are going to start with the Ultimate Collector series of the Lego Star Wars Snowspeeder. So here we go. Let's check this out. Comes in an official Lego Toys box. So I was actually pretty happy with how this shipped. I was kind of worried about the condition the box would be in when it came in. Alright, here we have it. Lego Star Wars Ultimate Snowspeeder. This thing is huge. You see how thick it is? So really nice padding here on the box. I'm not sure if they're going to ship this out to everybody this way. I don't see why they wouldn't, but the box came in great condition. So in case you're one of those weird, I don't ever want to open it from the box people, you're going to be golden. Oh man, this thing is massive. Okay, let's get some shots of the back here. So up here you can see that there's some play features for it. This is the coolest thing. I love this. I freaked out when I saw it. You turn the steering wheel, and the gun in the back will actually turn with it. That's going to be so fun. You can raise and lower some of the flaps. The cockpit opens up, obviously. And then over here you have some of their kind of like braking mechanisms. You turn the engines and those will open and shut as well. Comes with 2 pilots. Let's see here. So right here at the top, comes with 2 pilots. Now there were rumors that this was going to be Wedge. It's not Wedge. It just says Rebel Snowspeeder Pilot. Same thing with this one, Rebel Snowspeeder Gunner. So it's not Wedge. There's also a rumor going around that it was the guy in Empire Strikes Back that says I found them. But Lego is not giving him a name, so you just decide what you want your fandom for that guy to be, and then that's who will be. So let's grab a knife here. Okay, so there are 4 pieces of tape. Just remember to close your knives after using them. What did I miss? That's weird. It doesn't. So it doesn't come up on either end. You just kind of gotta pick one. That's interesting. Yeah. So it's shut on both of these sides. So the only way to get to the Legos is to open it this way. So I guess we'll slide some of this stuff out. That is a thick book. Holy cow. Bag number 10. Oh goodness. Bag number 5. All right. I really want you to open it from the side. So I recommend going this side first, I guess. Here we go. Bag number 1. Let's open the book. Lots of stickers. Don't know if that's a good or a bad thing to you guys. Most people would say that lots of stickers in the Lego set is a bad thing, and I tend to agree. I have this really nice, convenient pull strap. There we go. So this is my second Ultimate Collector's set. I got the X-Wing last year. My best friend gave that to me for my birthday. And that was super fun to build. So I'm looking forward to this. That is massive. It's like reading a check. What is this? Look at this. This is awesome. I don't know if the X-Wing had this one. I can't remember, but looks like this is autographed by the design director, so it's telling you about it. So a little trivia, this is actually a remake of the Lego Ultimate Collector Edition Snowspeeder. They had one about maybe 14 years ago, and it wasn't as accurate as this one. So this is a remake, but this is great. This is new to 2017. Oh, this is awesome. It's got some concept art here from the actual movies. You can see that. It's got some designs up here and how the 2 pilots would actually fit inside. So they did a lot of homework on this. Meet the model designer, David Scott. That's really cool. This is the 5th Star Wars model he's designed, so that's awesome. Oh, this is great. I love it when they give some credit to the people behind the scenes. You know, who's this girl? Mary Sterlangis. Are these the first minifigures you've designed? Oh, cool. So she designed the stickers that everybody probably hates and some of the minifigures. So That's way cool though. When I was a kid, I always wanted to be a Lego designer. I thought that'd be the coolest thing ever. So this is great. This is one of my favorite Star Wars paintings ever. If you guys ever get the chance to see the full version of this has been cropped out severely, but there's a really cool painting. This one right here. So here's some more of the Lego model concept art. Oh, this is great. This is the art director, little Q&A with all these people. So this is kind of nice that it shows you what pieces are going to go where, and kind of mentally plan out what's going to happen if you have a busy schedule and you have to figure out when you're going to have time to do all this. So I'm going to get building this. I'm going to do maybe a time lapse for a little while until I run out of memory or battery life, whichever happens first, and I'll show you guys when it's done. Looks like we're building the cockpit area here. And I'm pretty sure that these little silver guys right here are the foot pedals. Okay, so I just wanted to show some of the finer points of the cockpit, because as we keep going on, it might be a little bit harder to see what's going on in here. So I have some really cool computer displays here. I read online that that's a new custom computer built for this. And then we have some cool stickers. I think the stickers look great, actually. I got these cool radar one over here, and then over here, and then a couple on the side panel one there, and then on the back as well. Then right here, this is what's really cool, these chairs, right? So you have the gunner in the back here and the pilot up here. And I was thinking, oh, okay, well, that's kind of, you know, it's not going to be super even all the time. That's going to bother me. But they had me build this cool piece right here. These slanted edges, right? Check that out. Way earlier, they had me put those in the bottom. And that just slides in there perfectly like that. And then you just satisfyingly pinch those two chairs together, and they perfectly line up with these angles right here. See those foot pedals down there? Another cool detail, the control unit for the harpooner has a custom sticker on it. That is an AT-AT, or officially pronounced, according to George Lucas, AT-AT. Ugh. Really curious myself on how they were going to do this. So there's a ball bearing joint that goes in there like that. Excuse me. And then I built the front tip of the spaceship, and it's going to hook into those little guys right there. Nice little click. And then now you have your angle. That's how I do the awesome angles on the Snowspeeder. It's a pretty cool little stand. And this is actually made to display the Snowspeeder sideways. I've finished putting on these side panels that are pretty cool. They're held on by rubber bands so that you get a cool angle from them. So that's pretty ingenious there. So these are brake flaps, I'm assuming. So they're super cool. So they actually come down like this. Looks like it's, you know, an actual piston. Okay, so we're building one of the wings right now. Just wanted to point out one of the cool little details that the designers thought of. So one of the Lego designers said that it didn't make any sense to have just two laser cannons on the side, because if the ship was flying through the air, so here's the completed ship. If the ship was flying through the air and these laser guns were parallel, then they would technically never hit a centered target. They would just be shooting next to each other. So he wanted the angles to come in just a little bit, so that whenever a pilot was shooting at something, the two lasers would hit in the center of a reticle, which is pretty movie accurate. Really cool thinking. And he said that was a really challenging thing to do, so this is just kind of cool how they have it done. This is one of the laser cannons here, and it's on a pivoting joint. And then you have this little piece right here that puts it at an angle. He said that's anywhere from a 10 to 15 degree angle. So really acute eye for detail here. Very cool. And then this is really fun. So this engine right here, right? You can change these flaps. You can twist this, and that'll open up. And if you can see in there, they actually made it look kind of like an engine. Like there's just all kinds of stuff going on in there. They're kind of on a ball bearing joint, so it's pretty flimsy. This is pretty flimsy. I've already had it pop off once when I was just playing with it. This little piece right here came off when I was just kind of messing around with it like this. So it's not something you're really going to be able to pick up and play with, although the collector sets are really more, they're made to be treated more like models than they are toys anyways. They've got they've got the nice plaque here for you to display and just kind of look at. Just really cool how they thought of all these things. So looking forward to finishing it tomorrow. Final bag, kind of sad, bittersweet moment. Here we go. Okay guys, so I'm just going to show you how the back of the Snowspeeder works because I thought it was really cool. There's lots of these smooth flat pieces and they had you stack them all together and build them like that. Nice smooth pieces, and then these Lego Technic inserts here. Really cool. The interior there has a lot of design to it as well. And then you turn it sideways, and then these are going to snap right in. If you come in right here, you can see down here, back in book number 1, this is one of the first things I built were these little holes that are going to snap into the back of that guy. So some major forethought in these guys' parts. So I'm just going to come in here, snap that in. Boom, there you go. And then that angle perfectly lines up with these two wings. So it's just super cool how they thought about all this, but love that back, really awesome. Okay, so I have finished the Lego Ultimate Collector Series Snowspeeder, and it was a really fun build. The stand is pretty fun. I like how this one comes with 2 minifigures. The X-Wing didn't come with any minifigures unless you count R2-D2, which is technically part of the ship, so I don't count that. It was really cool. I love these little plaques. They're just kind of a classy little way to display it. The Snowspeeder will actually fit on there sideways, so some people might like that, some people might not. I think it's kind of cool. The landing gear popped off. Here's an example of what I would critique this thing on. Is it's pretty fragile. So this is a little landing gear foot that goes on the bottom. If you want to display it without this stand, just kind of set it down on a table or something. Pops off pretty easily. The wings on the bottom, they look pretty solid, but they're actually pretty rigid. You can't hold on to the sides right here, or you might actually end up popping everything off. So you kind of have to hold it right here in the middle. This is really solid too, so there's another place to grip it right here on these cooling vents. So you kind of get a thumb and then a couple of fingers under there, and then you can hold it a bit. But you really need to hold this thing with 2 hands. Definitely not a play thing, whereas the X-Wing, even though they're both considered models, you could still play with the X-Wing a little bit more. Love this gun, super fun how cockpit opens up, how when you move the gun, the control mechanism inside also moves. It's just a really cool detail. Interior of the cockpit with the computers is really cool. Love the scoop, how they got this angle done, and it was just really fun building it to see how they did it all, you know? And that's what's been so fun to me about this and the X-Wing set, is how they get these cool angles that would seem so hard to do, and how they put so much detail with so few parts in different places. So this is fun. Love opening these little cooling flaps right here, and then you can pull down these ones on the back, little brake flaps, so that's fun too. There's a lot of play features on here the X-Wing didn't really have. The X-Wing was just opening the wings and shutting the wings, and that was pretty much it. But this is really cool. It was so much fun building this thing. I do highly recommend this set. As with all Lego sets, you can't really wait around. There aren't really going to be any sales on these things, especially these collector's editions, and they only produce them for about a year. And then after a year, they go off the market and they skyrocket in prices on eBay. So if you're thinking about picking up this one or the BB-8 or any of them, just do it now. Don't wait, because they're going to be gone and they're going to skyrocket in price. But this is great. Can't wait to display this. I'm going to put this one next to the X-Wing, and it's going to look awesome. So thanks for watching, and thanks to my wife for letting me build this over the course of 2 days and actually displaying this up in our house somewhere. So I've been Neeko the Geeko. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks.